It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Texans and the Panthers under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the nights. And this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the man from Purdue, their quarterback, Aiden O'Connell.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself.
That's into the hands of Jonathon Brooks.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. 2nd and a yard. On play action, O'Connell. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup, but we do have a penalty marker on the field. From the gun, it's O'Connell. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
His kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That one caught by Tank Dell.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the Panthers' 14-yard line.
Here's a toss right side to Mixon. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted. especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Whoa, and a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathon Brooks coming out for their next possession. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. O'Connell to throw on first down. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. He gets it to Jonathon Mingo. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now O'Connell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Texans offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. In motion now, it's Collins. 2nd down, and here's a run, and here's Mixon. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now they'll set up to throw. Right back to Dell. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. John Mechie was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. Back deep, Deontay Hardy. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. To throw is O'Connell. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, O'Connell. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try and run it with Brooks. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. We'll go once more with Brooks. Nice move, slips a tackle, gets forward for a gain of 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Throwing on 2nd down, O'Connell. He's got room at the 30. And he is going to be out of bounds. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. All even on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Whoa! And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Now at the 20-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's O'Connell. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 9-yard line.
O'Connell to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jonathon Mingo. Touchdown, Panthers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. An extra point attempt to follow. Through the rain, the kick is good. The Panthers take a 10-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. 2nd down and 8. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll look to throw. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Gray is the motion man here. A 2nd down throw for O'Connell. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Mingo, the man in motion. From the gun, it's O'Connell. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Jonathon Mingo, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's the punter now. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A run here with Mixon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They try to work the screen with Mixon. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Houston. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, they go with Brooks. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 9.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Now he's free to midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's complete. Deontay Hardy. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Another try with Brooks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. The motion man is Johnson. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's O'Connell. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves 1st and goal.
On the bootleg, it's O'Connell. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. It is brought in the end zone. Jonathon Mingo. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Panthers move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a very good return past the 35, but the penalty might negate that good work. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll spin his way forward for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Now O'Connell. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Panthers offense and Aiden O'Connell heading back onto the field. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. To throw is O'Connell. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Leakett. 17 yards that time for number 17.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, O'Connell. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Here's O'Connell. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa, a big test for the Bucs at home, as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. In the first half, it was quarterback Aiden O'Connell who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. He'll look to throw. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 31-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now he's loose at the 40. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he had to push through one tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Mixon. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Open man, that's Collins. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Pick up on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. Wow! And the Texans are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's Pierce. Good blocking, and he's in. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will cut the deficit to 7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. 1st and 10. O'Connell to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty helps a bit, but it's still 3rd and long. From the gun, it's O'Connell. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Texans offense ready to get back to work. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball. And
he bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
3rd and long.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll send the tight end in motion right. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
A give inside. It's Brooks. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Punting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
On 1st down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Texans set to punt this one away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This one complete to Jordan. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. The motion man is Johnson. On second down, O'Connell. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now, faking the give. First down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. O'Connell to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
A 2nd down throw for O'Connell. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On play action, O'Connell. He's got his man complete to Johnson. 12 yards. On that hookup, it's a Carolina 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette, and it'll be 2nd down. The motion man is Sanders. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. There's a short one caught by Sanders. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now O'Connell. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
That's another Carolina Panther.
So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Panthers first down. First and 10.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, it's O'Connell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Motion man is the tight end going right. He'll give it up the middle to Brooks. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. To throw is O'Connell. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Panthers have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
Mevis, good on the extra point. Panthers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. He fields it at the 8. Whoa! A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
Back to the air one more time. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to lead to fourth down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try to run for it. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Collins. He is in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
His kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 30, Texans 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for this next possession. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's O'Connell. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. They'll look to throw. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball start. Offense.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Now whistles and a timeout. So instead of third and short, it's now 3rd and 6. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he will score. Game on. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Raheem Blackshear on the return. Past midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
A lot of what goes into being a great kick returner comes down to vision. And you're going to see here, he finds the cutback lane, and as he accelerates down the left side of the field, he wasn't far from taking it all the way down the sideline and into the end zone.
O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
The motion man is Sanders. A run with Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. This one complete to Jordan. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now O'Connell. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. They motion a receiver right. Throwing on 2nd down. O'Connell. That one taken in. Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Panthers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Panthers are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Pierce. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll run it with Pierce. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathon Brooks coming out for their next possession. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd down and 9. To throw is O'Connell. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Brevin Jordan, touchdown Carolina. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do they?
Now a loose football. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did, and they will keep possession. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run, and here's Raheem Blackshear. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's Blackshear. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the left side and caught by Schultz. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Mevis, good on the extra point. Panthers are going to extend their lead.
Texans 30.
This one taken at the 7. He's to midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Right back to the air following that pick six. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. And with an open date on the schedule next week, they'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.